There's a group of fireworks hotshots who call themselves GFA Pyro.
In this business, you need to take some risk.
I get to blow stuff up. They're fun.
They've taken on the world and are shooting to be #1.
Man, this is insane.
With every shell they fire. This time on Pyros.
I'm a bomb.
A rookie faces his trial by fire.
It's not the potato, it's explosive.
On a Quebec City rooftop.
Derby Shire!
And Philippe is forced to team up with an old enemy on the fields of England.
It's my former partner in PYRO. Watch out. Right. So you go the other side, straight.
In the heart of England.
Burton direction, 838. Yes, sir.
2 of GFA's top pyros, Philippe and Eric, hit the road.
Stay left, stay left.
And the sidewalk.
We just keep bumping the sidewalk with the car.
My body wants to be there. I know, but stay there, man.
They're heading to the UK Festival of Fireworks, where 4 international pyro teams will show their best stuff.
Depending who's part of the festival, it could become quite competitive.
The annual event is set at Catton Hall, a massive 2,000-acre estate that's impossible to miss.
You think it's here? I don't think that's where the fireworks are set up. You know where is the firework setup, display?
About 3K down that way.
All right, okay.
Could be here.
Could be.
No, I said there's a sign.
Captain Hall, it says. Let's go ask. You think it's here? No, that can't be here.
We just felt stupid, you know. You cannot get to the site, cannot get to work because we're lost.
Car park. Jubilee fireworks. Has to be here. Yeah. Okay, now we're starting to recognize something.
They've barely set foot on the grounds.
Hi, guys.
Hey, so what are we designing here?
And they're already out in left field. Way out.
What is it?
Tortoise. Target?
Tortoise.
Tortoise. Tortue.
Can't really see it.
I don't know what the hell we were talking about.
Tortoise.
How do you spell that?
T-A-R-D-O-S. Tortoise. I have no clue what you're talking about. Lost in translation.
TARDIS is the police box time machine from the British TV show Doctor Who, which inspired this set piece.
Yeah, I didn't really know who was Doctor Who. He explained to me that phone booth, whatever, fine, like I care.
They look better at night. Yeah.
Finally, the Pyros track down the man they're looking for.
Mr. Wiggins! How's it, man? Good to see you, man.
Phil's friend, Andrew Wiggins from Jubilee Fireworks, who's running the event. Phil recently worked with Andrew on a big fireworks show in Hanover, Germany.
Andrew pull out amazing shows. He's a good designer.
But his show fizzled when smoke from the shells blotted out the effects.
Unfortunately, we could not see it. It was stuck in smoke. So that's your crew right there?
In this case, there was 3 English companies firing in this festival and 1 Italian company.
The GFA boys assume they'll be working with Andrew's team from Jubilee again.
What I think we'll do, we're just laying out the racks for Parente now.
But instead...
Turned out that Phil and I were teamed up with Parente, the Italian team. They had a lot of work. There were only 2 technicians.
Of the 4 teams, they're stuck with the underdogs. And the news gets worse.
Who's here with them?
Just Marco and Alain.
And?
Alain.
They'll be working with an ex-friend of Philippe's, Alain Carbonneau. the lead pyro on the Italian team.
That's funny, man.
I didn't know till Wednesday.
Ah, Gambo, man, c'est très comique. Pourquoi t'es obligé d'aller prendre une bière ensemble? Je sais pas.
It was kind of interesting to see him on the same site, since we have a long history, him and I. He used to be my best friend. We traveled a lot together. We got into some fights.
They had some kind of issues, personal issues between themselves.
We split around those years in 2002. We got back working together in 2006. We got another fight. We decided, Carbo and I, at that point, that it was pointless working together.
For now, Philippe manages to put on his best poker face.
Carbo and I are good technicians, but with a short fuse and strong-minded, we don't go that far.
I didn't know.
Not a good start. Two guys with a grudge, and a big show that needs teamwork to get off the ground. Back home in Canada,
Summer driving with the truck full of explosives. I'm a bomb.
a bomb that's heading right into the heart of Quebec City.
I see this site only on plans.
GFA's technical director, Sébastien Roy, is meeting his team in Old Quebec, a district jam-packed with historic buildings dating back to the 1800s.
It was a tricky contract because the setup was on the rooftop of a super important building in Quebec City. We need to unload all the truck here. After, we need to travel between here and the rooftop. It's a long-term process.
And a careful one. They've got to move over 700 pounds of explosives through a government building full of priceless historic treasures.
We have all the National Archive of Quebec in this building. The security level is super high.
Seb's team is in such a rush, they make a dangerous mistake.
What? Something flashed in my mind. We can travel Pyro in the elevator. Yeah.
Because if you have a spark, it's done, man. It's done for all of us and for probably the building.
This is a container of pyro going off. The archives building wouldn't stand a chance.
Okay, Sean?
So it's 12 long sets of stairs to the roof.
We had too many steps to climb. We spent maybe 2 hours. It's painful.
One last load of support gear means the guys can take the easy way back up. Helping out with Sebastian today is another Sebastian.
Oh, that's perfect. I had 4 hours sleep too.
A rookie with a passion for pyro.
It's so powerful that you get addicted to it.
His dedication has caught the boss's attention.
Seb is a good technician.
And he has a good attitude, you know?
It's been a lot of years already that I've done pyrotechnics, but I'm still the rookie.
He's overdue for a promotion, but the boss is focused elsewhere, setting up to blast explosives off the roof without damaging the heritage buildings all around.
We have to work with only cakes, candles. We don't have shells here. It's a show made for a city.
They may be using smaller effects in this heritage location, but what the explosives lack in size, they make up for in sheer quantity.
325 kilo of explosive in the show tonight. It's gonna blow for real, and that could be dangerous.
So Sebastian's adding lower impact over-the-counter pyro into the show.
All those cake, You can easily buy. It's a consumer product.
Look there, we got a beautiful product name like Menace and Z Rainbow, Silver Monster, Pirate Bounty.
But this show needs to look colossal, not cutesy. Seb jury-rigs the system so multiple consumer pyro will fire simultaneously.
We just modify a little bit the cake, and we enter igniters. The audience gonna see low-level fireworks in the front and high level in the back. On the ground, right now, it looks small. Tonight it's gonna be huge in the sky, no doubt.
But the whole team is worried about the fire hazard, including tech Charles Dallaire.
Okay. We have to watch the Manège Militaire. It burns a couple of years ago, so we don't want it to happen again. Huh?
Yeah.
The 127-year-old armory went up in flames just 4 years ago. Its wooden roof ignited by a lamp. The building is nearing completion of a $100 million reconstruction.
And tonight the fireworks gonna go just right close to the building.
My biggest worry was the fallout direction.
This building, it's a treasure of the Quebec City. I don't want to burn this building again. That's my main concern. I don't want to be the guy, you know? A few years ago, this building burns.
And it's close.
Seb's team of pyros in Quebec City have to shoot a show with fire hazards all around.
It's super tricky to shoot the fireworks from this rooftop.
Seb, we got a little problem with the ramp A.
Why?
Look.
They've just realized their pyro ramps are too close for comfort to the historic armory across the street. Just rebuilt after a devastating fire.
Okay, let's do that. Seb, we're gonna have to move number 1 here and number 2 over there.
All the pyro is moved further back, but it's still a threat.
Everything could go wrong, you know.
Seb's first priority has to be fire prevention, which he can't do while firing the show.
I think Seb was in a lot of pressure.
The boss has got to delegate. Time to put the rookie to the test.
Hey, Seb.
What's up?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you wanna shoot the fireworks tonight?
Oh, it would be nice, seriously. Wow, okay. I didn't expect that. Yeah.
I was a little bit surprised by that responsibility because I'm the youngest.
It's gonna be your first time?
Excellent. Yeah, it's manually?
Yeah, with push button.
It's a job that demands precise timing while working under intense pressure.
You always need a first time, you know? And for me, it was a good moment.
Thank you, Seb.
It made me happy because it showed me that he had confidence in me.
Don't have anything to say, you know? It's just... yeah, wow.
Billy, tea this side, coffee that side.
Thank you very much.
One more tea? Oh, I like that one. What's the most important thing on any firework display? It's a cup of tea.
Always have to have tea. We can't function without tea.
It's not all about tea, it's about tea and cakes.
The Brits, they're more interested in taking crumpets and tea.
I'll have one of these. Those were baked at 8 o'clock this morning.
Blimey.
Yeah.
And, I think we're more interested of getting stuff done.
Pride and reputation are on the line in Derbyshire, England. Eric and Philippe are working double speed for the Italian team, Parente, which is seriously understaffed.
That's the Italian team, the 2 guys. And that's the English team. I'm loving it.
It's not quite cricket.
12 people in one tiny position.
20, 25, 50.
What? 50?
Yes. No, it's Parente is crazy.
Philippe, Eric, and the team are falling way behind.
It would have been difficult for them to get the show done without us.
This is not light. No.
To top it off, Philippe's been teamed with his old frenemy, Alain Carbonneau.
Him and I, well, we have a long relation, love and hate.
What was the odds that I found out, like, my former partner in Pyro in a field in England?
It was the first time we were working together.
It's kind of weird.
I was a little bit nervous about how that would play out if Phil and Carbo would be together on the same team working.
Philippe's strategy, avoid Carbo altogether. But that can't go on much longer. The mortars for the larger shells are in position. But it's the fussy, smaller effects that are eating up all of their time.
We have different angles. These pieces are pretty well made. They're 45 degrees. You put a 90 degree and another 45, which will make one fan.
The small-angled mortars have to be attached to a rack and staggered so that when they fire, they look like a fan.
The Parente show actually had a lot of small, lower-level effects, precision effects, which is usually prepared ahead of time because they're quite labor-intensive.
It's well made, but it's not user-friendly. They're kind of hard to...
Yeah, but at least you know your angle's perfect, though. So now we should identify this.
The Pyros race to build all of the smaller effects before the end of the day.
Oh, it's raining.
If it starts to rain and it doesn't stop, we might not finish on time.
Man, cancel the show.
It's enough to bring a grown Pyro to tears. Back home in Canada, it's baptism by fire for the rookie.
You have all your lines? Okay.
Now that Seb has given young Sebastian the chance to fire his first show, it's his job to check the wiring for any bum connections.
Double check well, huh?
Yeah, I know. I'll be a little nervous, you know. Knowing that, it will be fine.
It's totally normal, man. Yes. If you are not,
yeah,
it's a problem.
You ready to test?
Yes. Ready to test.
Okay, clear the field.
Young Sebastian will be on the hot seat if the system check reveals any missing cues.
Okay, and this board have 25 buttons. Okay, cool.
Shooting a show for your first time, it's always a big thing because you have all the pressure of your teammate, of the client, just in your shoulder. You have to do a good show.
Turn on your...
So A is
A ground.
1 and 2.
Yeah, okay. 10, 11, 12,
What?
16.
What?
So far, every piece of Pyro is showing a live connection on the firing board.
7, 28.
Until...
No, I don't have any 28.
Missing 28.
Even one firework that's MIA could ruin the show.
23.
No.
23.
Plus 23.
We could see some black holes without any FX in the air.
I put on Seb's shoulder a little bit of pressure, you know.
Okay.
Seb's gonna troubleshoot it. Yeah, some problem of dispatch? Not sure.
23.
False 23.
Just follow the line.
We definitely need to find the problem now.
It's young Sebastian's first real test. Fail this, and he might never get this chance again. In Quebec City, all eyes are on Sebastian, the rookie.
16. What? 20. What?
Freshly promoted to showrunner.
28.
No, I don't have any 28.
It's on his shoulders to locate a missing fireworks cue.
False 23.
Just follow the line.
We definitely need to find the problem now.
The connection to the module looks good.
3.
So Sebastian traces his steps back to the Pyro for Q23.
Look at the label.
Oh,
So it's 28.
like 28, yeah.
Look like a 23, but it's 28.
23.
So it was connected in the wrong position.
That's a problem solved.
Someone misread the sloppy label and wired the Pyro to the wrong terminal.
When you mislabel one effect at the warehouse, that could be a huge effect on the show.
Let's test again.
Okay, so we said round A.
Do you have 23?
No.
Okay.
Perfect like that.
28?
28. Yes, I got it.
Okay, that's good. We have a show.
Yeah.
Great.
Ready for tonight?
Ready for tonight, man.
Ready for tonight, yeah.
But first, reducing the fire hazards all around.
Aluminium paper on each drain. We don't want to see fallout into the building.
They have to fireproof everything in sight.
We have 325 kilo of black powder. For a rooftop, it's a lot. We also need to stop those big ventilation systems. We don't want to see a smoke goes on the building.
Smoke could trigger the sprinkler system. Sparks could start a fire. Either is devastating to a building full of historic archives.
Naturally, setting things up on fire with fireworks could happen, because fireworks are really, really dangerous sometimes.
I don't want to be the guy burns a building down at Quebec City. I don't want to be the guy. We have a very good relationship with the fire marshal. Okay. But it's still tricky, you know? You have here the ramp with all the professional effects, 3 different positions. Consumer fireworks in the front.
Great.
Gonna stop the ventilation 30 minutes before the show. We have a fire extinguisher. You need to make the fire marshal happy. It's not an option, no.
Just when Seb thinks he's got everything covered,
Okay. I will ask you to remove the 2 others.
Drain?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
because the wind is this side.
Okay, good call. Hey, Charles! We forgot to block 2 drains on the other rooftop. Debris can fly very far, but that depends the intensity of the wind. Sometimes I'm surprised. Okay, we are standby.
they get the go-ahead from the fire marshal.
Let's look at the design.
In just an hour, the rookie is up to bat.
I really had to stay cool because panic wasn't a choice.
It's more soggy than jolly in Old England.
So I think in this part of the world, rain's an issue a lot of the time.
But there's no stopping Philippe and Eric, and the rest of the guys on the 4 Pyro teams taking part in the UK Festival of Fireworks.
Shells don't like getting wet. Neither does Lee. Neither do I. No.
By nightfall, the 3 British teams wrap for the day.
Cool. Everything's ignited and fused. All we got to do is lay out tomorrow and wire in. We're really on schedule. I mean, all the hard work's done.
Not for some blokes.
Man, I'm on shock. There's like a lot of work to do still.
All we're doing now, since we got here at 2 o'clock this afternoon, was supposed to be done.
And it doesn't help that Phil's stuck listening to his ex-friend Carbo, who's busy blaming the lack of preparation on his host company, Jubilee.
We don't know why they didn't do what they told us.
They're falling further behind, and the Brits aren't exactly sympathetic.
I thought they were professional pyrotechnicians.
We were tired. It was a long day, and we saw other teams that were done for their day. So maybe we were feeling a little bit lonely out there working by ourselves.
Man, don't be shy.
Derby Shiza.
Looks like everybody took off for dinner or something, but nobody told us.
Oh, that food smells good, man.
They never bothered coming and helping us out. It was pretty lame just watching us work.
There's still all the shells to load tomorrow. All the wiring. There's nothing wired. It's already late. It's gonna be really little sleep.
In Quebec City, Sebastian the rookie tries to play it cool. He's firing his first show tonight in front of thousands of spectators.
On est stand-by pour 10 heures. C'est bon, merci. Stand-by 15 minutes.
You want to make a final test?
Yeah. Sebastian is going to be probably a little bit nervous tonight.
So we'll try AC or DC?
Work on AC.
I did this job 11 years now, and it's totally normal to be nervous.
1, 2, 25.
Yes.
We're working with explosive. It's not a potato. It's explosive, you know?
Computer firing systems can be pre-programmed, so they fire the whole show automatically. But Seb is firing with an analog firing board. Each set of effects needs to be fired manually at the right time.
You need to push a button for each line. It had to be tight, you know?
Ready to go, man.
Cool.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
I'm the guy at the console. The show depends on you.
Be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, boy.
Yeah, he is a pyro virgin.
They'll fire the show in 3 minutes.
Comment sont pas capables de fermer la ventilation?
Or so they think.
Ils ne donneront pas le goût de tirer tant que la ventilation n'est pas fermée. Bon. Okay, we have a real problem.
Engineer from the government didn't shut up the ventilation system.
That means a lot of smoke into the building.
All of their hard work may be for nothing
That's it.
if this show never gets off the ground. In Quebec City, minutes from showtime,
We have a real problem.
the Pyros have been blindsided.
We can't shoot a show with the ventilation system working.
If the smoke goes in the building, the sprinklers start, alarm everywhere. Okay, I just need to...
Seb tries to track down the building engineer.
Si la ventilation est ouverte, c'est que ça va faire de la fumée dans le building. Bon.
Less than a minute till showtime, Seb gets word.
C'est bon? Everybody inside?
They shut down the ventilation system 30 seconds just before a show.
We are standby.
Armed. Good to go?
Yeah.
The rookie can't wait to put his itchy trigger finger to the test.
I will tell you 3, 2, 1, fire.
Yeah.
And sometimes I will only tell
Only
fire.
say fire. Yeah. The other one. The next.
Sebastian has to manually fire each batch of firework effects with precision timing.
Ok, t'es prêt, Charles? Un petit peu.
Pretty simple.
Go.
3, 2, 1. Link 3, fire. Stand by for link 4. You.
Charles would give me the signals.
2, 1, you.
The show could be not synchronized if I was late on the line.
Everything goes well.
4, 3, 2.
It's time to blow up the arsenal of ground cakes, just a few feet away from the firing booth.
3, 2, 1, cue.
friend, that was intense. We were positioned really, really close to the FX. I was pushing the button.
Whoa, man!
And like 5-6 meters in front of me, that was really, really intense. We were really, really close.
They position the cakes and candles perfectly. The fallout is landing where it should.
Whoa, man! That's beautiful, man!
Yeah.
Keeping the building safe from a catastrophic fire. The rookies proved he can play in the big leagues, which is good news for GFA.
That's so bad.
That felt so good, man.
For Seb, it was like losing his virginity, you know?
Oh my God. It felt really, really good.
It's day 2 of the giant setup at a posh fireworks display, where 4 teams are pitted against each other.
Thank you very much.
Sugar in the middle.
Philippe and Eric have never seen a firing site quite like this.
I mean, kind of different than this whole situation here with all this food and camping and stuff. Cars everywhere, barbecues, coffee pots,
it's more like a camping ground.
Yeah. Still probably gonna start a big fire in the middle and roast
Let's do a bonfire, man. Do some marshmallows.
Roast a pig. We noticed that we have a lot of shells to load, quite a bit actually. So I'm gonna have to get moving on that.
But their shipment of shells is a mess.
16-3.
3. Yeah, we opened the box and yeah, everything was mixed up.
Another one?
Another one.
Say C. Usually the shells are already separated by module or by position. Now we're starting it from scratch.
It's all hands on deck, and that forces Phil to work side by side with his ex-friend, Carbo.
I guess at some point you have to be professional and just to do your work.
Nothing like bonding over bombs to shake off old grudges.
I could be still upset. It won't get me anywhere, so. 54?
We're friends for 25 years. It's fun to have a key guy like this on a crew, you know, on any crew.
After all these years, yeah, we got along pretty well.
He's the best after me.
Now that the boys have made peace,
Here's an empty tube, is that normal?
productivity kicks up a notch. But can they catch up to the larger British teams?
No, we're seriously not ahead. There's still a lot of work to do. Nothing is connected in the firing system yet.
And everybody's smiling?
Unlike competitions, festivals are events where everyone pitches in. But not here.
Everybody should help each other, but nobody really bothered helping us.
The underdogs are overwhelmed. Their show tonight might be a no-show.
No, we're seriously not ahead.
It's finally dawning on Eric and Philippe.
We have a lot of shells in this show, so we have a lot of work. Carry on.
Their efforts are not enough. The show won't be ready in time.
We need to keep going.
Finally, the Brits offer up something other than tea.
If there's work that needs doing,
it needs doing, and it doesn't matter who does it as long as it gets done.
I'll cut the delays for those.
Yeah.
And I'll also put igniters in the candles.
They put 6 people on connection.
Okay,
All right.
well, this is good. Otherwise, we've been
6 other guys were going to join the team and make sure we could finish setting up the show on time.
C'est ce qu'il y a sur les bombes.
Okay.
The boys power through the rest of the setup.
It's not that bad, then. We'll be A-okay. Get in there.
The Italian team is back on track.
Italian show's done.
But now it's the British team, Jubilee, that goes off the rails.
Can you see the screen? Everything's red, it's failed.
Their whole system was testing out perfectly earlier, and then about an hour before the show, they seemed to have some problems.
Which one was that, Mike?
Module 22, channel 15.
Some of the 65 modules are acting up, refusing to communicate with the firing board. Up to 10% of the show could be missing.
Go on, try that.
No, it's still down. Try again.
When the whole module doesn't respond well, you're losing 32 lines possibly, so it's never a good thing to have modules not working.
The problem seems to occur whenever a main line running from the firing system splits into two. It's a wiring problem Philippe and Eric have dealt with before.
I know the system well.
Fire 1 likes to have its main lines jumping from module to module. When you go into one module and split into 2 lines, it tends to not function as well.
Just trying to replace the cable at the breakpoint.
Okay.
It's no big deal.
All right.
We'll solve it.
But they wanted to keep it under their control and go and fix it themselves.
About 21.
The modules are reconnected so they're on one single line. It does the trick.
Okay, all 5 powers are coming up green. Everybody's happy. Time for a cup of tea then.
Just in time. 5,000 fireworks fans pour in for the festival. The skies are clear, but the conditions are far from ideal.
It was a very damp environment. We were in the grass. There was a lot of dew. It was getting a little wet and humid.
High humidity and no wind are firework killers. As Phil witnessed at the recent Jubilee show in Hanover, Germany.
Fireworks make smoke, so if you don't move the smoke, the next firework, you won't see it.
No one wants to disappoint this pyro-crazy crowd.
The crowd really gets in it, huh?
Yeah, man, it's cool.
It's crazy.
Right, fellas, everything clear on the shell side?
Everything's all clear.
Andrew Wiggins' show from Team Jubilee is up first.
Are you ready, Mike?
Yeah.
You ready, Andy?
As far as I know, I'm ready.
Okay, do your intro and then go straight into it then.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jubilee Fireworks!
The Brits come out swinging.
Yeah!
He had a lot of close proximity effects that was really cool, like with different color effects that were close to the crowd.
Colored jets are cool. Oh, they're awesome. Oh.
So far, so good. The show's not getting smoked out.
I love those spans when they fill up so much.
Britannia may rule the skies tonight.
I'm impressed with the size of your brain.
It does become a little bit competitive to see who would put on the better show.
No, but we're ready for that.
You tried to do your best and not look like a fool.
The boys are anxious to outgun the Brits. It's game on. Eric and Philippe are in the middle of a fireworks face-off across the pond. 4 top-caliber companies try to outshine each other at the UK Festival of Fireworks.
It's always a little male alpha. You need to show what you're capable of.
But the high humidity is keeping the smoke from dissipating. It could obscure the boys' show as well. But before they can fire, a special feature.
That might be a Doctor Who thing.
It's the tribute to Doctor Who. Finally, the boys can see what all the fuss is about.
What is it?
TARDIS.
Target?
TARDIS.
Fountains packed with black powder, mounted on a wooden frame, are supposed to fire and create a burning image of the famous police box from the British TV cult classic.
Well, let's see the beast. Like that? The smoke's gonna kill it. Ah, this is so bad, man.
That was lame. It was nothing. Nothing there. It looked like
Oh, man. Ah, that's it, man. 3 days of work for this, man. Come.
I give an A for the effort, I give an E for the result.
Come on!
They can only hope their show fares better.
Break a leg.
Listen, we are ready. They are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, put on the fireworks!
It's a show.
The wind is good. Terrific.
High-altitude shells combined with brilliant effects punch through the smoke.
What I most liked about the Parente show is more of the traditional, emotional, classic type of pyro musical. Not so many fancy effects that are very mechanical.
Oh, yeah.
But more powerful music with powerful fireworks. Just nice patterns in the sky got you feeling the fireworks.
Yeah, 933, 33. Yeah. Hard on that. It's beautiful. Huh? Yeah. See, man? Stelle volanti. The falling leaves. It's good, man. Very nice show. It's got cool drama build-ups, good punches, the low-level effects.
Parente holds its own against the best of the best.
Bravi. Grazie, grazie. Really good.
Parente put on a really good show, even if the crew was smaller.
And the team has scored another success. Philippe and Carbo have finally made peace.
I was happy actually. I thought somehow it would be a good opportunity to bury the hatchet.
Facts in front of one shots, eh?
Who did that? Who did the one shot?
Next time on Pyros, a graveyard show. And a jury-rigged board stretched the crew to the breaking point. And in Barcelona, Phil dives into a live mortar field as the Pyros face demons to raise hell.